Hello everyone, this side Poonam Grover from St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Farooq Nagar, Gurugram. Today I start with my topic that should be based upon your VHDL and digital system design, which are came under for ETC 6 semester student, and in which we are start with my lecture number 11, which are came under unit 2. So in my today discussion, I will cover various topic, that is concurrent signal assignment statement. Second one is called your sequential signal assignment statement, and the third one is called your conditional signal assignment statement, and the last one is called your selected signal assignment statement, and the last two one that will be clear the topic of your structural model style. So the structural model style that should be categorized into your two category. One is called your component declaration, and second one is called your component instantiation. So component declaration, that is a type of your that both are the part of your architecture body when you write the program in your VHDL in structure style, molding style. So you need these two things. So I can cover the various statement which you can use in your either behavior, or you can say data flow molding style, also use in your structure molding style. These are some statements, and according to that name, that should be clear when these statements are used in the particular program. Either you can use in structure style modeling, data flow modeling, or you can say behavior modeling. Then I will start with my concurrent signal assignment statement. So as discussed in my previous slides, or you can say previous video, I will totally explain what do you mean by concurrent signal assignment statement. This is the type of your data flow modeling style. So that statement, it order is not fixed. Whenever that occur in your program, you write the program in your data flow modeling style. In that case, means the concurrent signal assignment statement, its order is not fixed. So if the order is not fixed, it will be randomly execution. When it came under execution, it will be randomly execute the particular instruction. Here we use only one concurrent signal assignment statement. So according to that gate, we're designing a gate with the help of OR gate, and in which we can use concurrent signal assignment statement. Then how you write the concurrent signal assignment statement for designing this OR gate? So firstly, if any program that should be designed either through data flow or either through behavior, you write the code for that particular program on you can use here the word keyword data flow or either behavior. So that keyword will be differentiate among both of the molding style. So first part is called your entity declaration, and the second part is called your architecture body. So in entity declaration, you can define the port, number of ports at the input and number of ports at the output. So according to figure, you can see here we use two input port and one output port. So you can declare the port signal A and B as an input and Z as an output. Then last one, you can, here we use the entity name O2. So by the use of that name, the particular entity will be ended. So end or two. Again, you write the body give me the information about how that particular statement came under execution. You can say you can assign a value of Z with A or B. So how that particular statement came under execution, you can write here architecture. You can use concurrent signal assignment statement. So here you can use the word after O2 concurrent, or either you can say use data flow. So concurrent and data flow both are the same thing, because the concurrent assignment statement is a part of your data flow modeling style of O2 is clear. Again, you write as per your figure shows only one OR gate, so that's why we use here only one concurrent signal assignment statement. You cannot see any other gates, so here we use only one concurrent signal assignment statement. We use here Z with the signal assignment operator A or B after 9 nanosecond. It means the concurrent signal assignment statement will be executed after some time. It means that requires some time for compute its operation, and after it, that will be assigning the value to your Z after 9 nanosecond. So that is an example of your concurrent assignment statement. But in some cases, that concurrent assignment statement, here we use only one. But in some example, you can use two or three or four signal assignment statement. In that case, you can add the delay to particular assignment statement. So say example, we can use two or three concurrent assignment statement. In that case, we can mention the delay in advance by using the first statement will be executed at 9 nanosecond, and the second statement will be executed at 9 plus delta, and the third statement will be executed at 9 plus 2 delta. So by the means of these statements and its delta signal delay, delta is a delay which can occur in every statement by default. So as per the wiring connection or flip-flop use in your circuit, that will be that is a standard delay which can be which can occur in your circuit itself. So we can count in concurrent signal assignment statement a delta delay. So here we write the first statement will start the execution at simulation time 9 nanosecond. After the remaining of the statement which we can use in your program, that is a concurrent signal assignment statements, that will be executed at time advance. So the first statement will be executed 9, and the second is 9 plus 1 delta, third is 9 plus 2 delta, and so on. That depends upon how many concurrent assignment statement will be used in your that particular program. So here we write the meaning of that particular statement. You can assign the value of a or b after a delay 9 nanosecond to your z, or you can say you can schedule that particular value of a or b after a delay 9 nanosecond to your z operator. Clear? If a architecture body can contain any number of concurrent signal assignment statement, which I told it earlier, since they are concurrent statement, the ordering of statement is not important. Concurrent signal assignment statements are executed whenever event occur on signal that are used in their expression. Suppose you can use here two or three statements in that same way. Suppose we are one more gate connected, that is AND gate. So here we write A and B, and the output of AND gate is connected to Z. So you can write Z, A and B after 9 plus 1 delta. Yeah. So by the use of that statement, you can execute that particular statement in your concurrent modeling style, or you can say data flow modeling style. Then you can come with your we are also share one more example. You can design the VHDL code with the help of your full adder. So you can write here, the first part is called your full adder. Full adder, what is the need of your full adder? Full adder, when we require the full adder, you can add more than 2 bits. So in that case, your input bit is 3. Clear? One is A bit, another one is B, and the last one is carry. According to bit by bit addition of your 3-bit present at that input, you can attain a result with sum and C out. Sum stand for your addition, and carry out stand for your whenever you add three particular bit here, there should be create a carry in some logical operation, and in some logical operation you cannot get any carry. So here we write 0 here. So we make a table for your full adder a b c in, and the result is sum and carry. So if you write the table a b c in, it means you can use 3-bit at the particular time. So in that case, your table will be extended up to 000, that is your initial value, and 111, that is your final value. So according to initial and final value, and in between this value, you can done the sum and carry operation and you can write the bit. So as per the figure you say, we can use here a b c as an input and sum and carry as an output. So that is a part of your entity declaration. Then you come with your architecture body. So in architecture body, you can deliver the information about your concurrent style modeling. So here we use two output. So for obtaining the result at sum and carry, you can write here two concurrent signal assignment statement. So the first statement, if you write the program for your full adder, in that case you draw the table first, that is a b c in, and find the result for your sum and carry. After getting the result for your sum and carry, you draw the kmap, and with the help of kmap you can drive a logical expression in the form of gates. So that logical expression will be assigning, you can attain two output sum and carry. It means you can draw the kmap for both sum and carry. So in that case, you can find the result in case of your logical expression. So that logical expression will be used here in the form of sum and in the form of carry. So in case of your full adder, you getting the result in the form of sum is a XOR b, and the third bit is also XOR with combination of your two. Again, you find the result for your carry with the help of your kmap. So the result will be get a and b, or b and c, or c in and a. So here we're getting the result after 10 nanosecond. So both of the statement, its order is not fixed. It will be executed in a random fashion when there is an event occur on your left hand side operator, left hand side operation. It will be assigning the value to your right hand side operation. Clear? So here we use two concurrent signal assignment statement. The carry will get a result after 10 nanosecond and the sum will get result after 15 nanosecond. Clear? So its order is not fixed. So that is a example of a concurrent signal assignment statement. So another one, what is the difference between your concurrent and sequential statement? The concurrent is a part of your data flow and the sequential statement is a part of your behavior modeling style. So how you can differentiate between two statements? By the use of process statement. Here we write here by the use of process statement. So the statement which are the part of your process that will be came under with your sequential signal assignment statement. So as discussed in my previous videos, I will also told about when we use the process word in your program, that is a part of your behavior modeling style. Also the statement which are occur in your behavior modeling style, if it is a part of your process statement, in that case that particular statement will be executed in a sequential manner. So here we also write a program on your sequential signal assignment statement. We can only draw its architecture body. We not explain here declaration part. So here we write architecture. किसका बनाना है? Sequential. Then you can use here the word fragment one. Clear? So process किस पे लग रहा है? आपके element B पे. Then you assign the value B with A and A you will Z. It means first you assigning the value of B to A. Then after it you can assign the value of A to your Z. It means everything must be delivered in a sequence way. So that is a part of your sequential statement. Or also you can define the word process B. Clear? So that part will be create a difference among your concurrent and you can say sequential signal assignment statement. Clear? So concurrent, as per the sequential signal assignment statement, the say at a time t the first signal assignment statement is executed and then the second signal assignment will be executed both in zero time. Clear? Because of its order is fixed. So according to order is fixed, that will be require no delay for its execution. Clear? But in case of your concurrent signal assignment statement, some delta delay will be added in your statements. If the first statement will be, if you not use here process, then will be that should be came under with your concurrent signal assignment statement. So the first statement requires some delay. Suppose that will be executed t plus delta. So at the another time you should be start the execution for your second expression. So here we use t plus delta and here we use t plus 2 delta. So that is a major difference between your concurrent and sequential signal assignment statement. We also show some more example on your concurrent signal assignment statement. You will be read carefully. Then again you can came under with your conditional signal assignment statement. It means whenever some condition should be true in that particular program, the according to condition that particular statement will be executed. So that is a part of also behavior modeling style and also came under with your process statement. So here we use the keyword for your conditional signal assignment statement. You can assigning a target signal with waveform element when condition is true. If condition is true, you can came under that particular statement start execution and assigning the value to your right hand side. If that condition is false, in that case you can came under with your second assignment statement. So here we use one example. You can assigning the value to your z with in 0 after 10 nanosecond when it means it 10 nanos it means you assigning the value of in 0 input in 0 okay, to your z whenever that shows the example of your 4 ratio 1 mux. So you are having with 4 inputs and according to 4 inputs you can use 2 select lines. So here we use the first select lines with 0 0, second select line with 1 0 and the third select line with 1 1 1 1 and so on. So here we if the first condition becomes true, the first value assigning to your z. If that is false, you can came under with the second statement, the second value assigning to your z. So these process occur in a sequence order. So that is also part of your sequential signal assignment statement. Or you can say condition. It means there should be wait for some time after the condition must true. So after the condition proved, then the particular value should be assigning to your Z after a delay. Clear. Here we also show example with the condition S0 with 0 and S1 with 1. If S0 is 0 and S1 with 0, then in 0 assigned to your Z. Clear. Again the case will be revert if the S0 is 1 and S1 is 0. In that case in 1. And in 2 will be assigning the value with 0 and 1. And in else the last condition is not specified here. It means the last condition it will be execute itself in the operation. And last you will use the word here wait on in 0, in 1, in 2, in 3, and S0 S1. If first time execution will be over, the before the start the execution again you will be wait for some time for completion of that particular program, or you can say complete the simulation with the help of software. It requires some time, so after simulation you will be wait on in 0, in 1, in 2, in 3, and S0 S1. And last one you can use here keyword and process. Clear. So that is a example of your conditional signal assignment statement. Again you can come with a selected signal assignment statement. So selected signal assignment statement, here we use a most choiceable keyword, that is when choice, अगर कोई चॉइस यहाँ आती है तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर वैल्यू आपके टारगेट सिग्नल को असाइन होगी. सो दैट एक्सप्रेशन विल आल्सो शो विद द हेल्प ऑफ योर एग्जांपल. वी कैन यूज अ टाइप. हम एक टाइप यूज किया है. Its keyword is operation, and the operation is add, sub, mul, and div. And also you can also write a subtype as discussed in my previous slide. So here we use the signal opcode for op. So with opcode as per your use in your statement with expression select. तो यहाँ पे क्या लिखेंगे with expression क्या है आपका opcode है, select word किया तो select a plus b जब जाएगा तो add की value after some propagation delay. व्हेन ऐड, जब ऐड कर रहे हो तो ऐड की वैल्यू आपकी z को असाइन आएगी. ऐसे ही व्हेन सब कर रहे हो तो सब की वैल्यू कुछ डिले के बाद किसको असाइन हो जाएगी, z को. अगेन जब आप मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हो तो विद द हेल्प ऑफ व्हेन you can, it means you can select that particular statement with the help of your when after some delay that particular operation value will be assigning to your z. So in that case you can say assuming the value of select operation opcode is sub the expression a minus b is computed and its value is scheduled to be assigned to signal z after some propagation delay. So you can choose any one choice as per your priority basis. You can say as per the operation execute as per your logical expression. So last one is called your selected signal assignment statement. So in that case we can use word with note. Here we use the word case. So again case expression is your opcode. We also same example as discussed in my previous slides, but only difference is that in your conditional or you can say selected signal assignment statement we can use the word here case. When you can done the operation add, it means gen will assigning the value of a plus b after add with the help of some propagation delay. So only the syntax will be differ in both of the statement. One is called a selected signal assignment statement, and you can say, so here we can show the two example with the help of when statement simple and also with the help of your case statement. So both are done as per your requirements. You will be easily write that particular statement as per your operation required in your particular program. After it you will come under with your structural molding style. So before start with your structural molding style I can give only the introduction about your structural modeling. What do you mean by structural modeling? An entity is modeled as a set of component connected by a signal that is called your netlist. It means before we start any coding which are right in a structural modeling style, I very well known about here what is the structure of that particular model. So according to that model, you can generate a particular netlist. So netlist, it means you can generate a list of your component which we can use in your logical design. So as per the logical diagram, we can draw the structural model, or you can say write the structural modeling style in case of your structural modeling. So here we show one diagram. in as per the diagram, you can use one D flip-flop, one NOR gate, and one AND gate. So as per your D flip-flop, you see here, you can use two input. One is A, other one is called your clock, and you're getting the two output S1 and S2. So as per the figure, your overall figure shows you're having with four inputs, and the two output, one is called your ready and last one is called your control A. Clear? So you can first declare the entity. So entity declaration part is common for every molding style, either behavioral, either data flow, or either you can say structural. So here the entity name is getting is port. Your input port is shown in figure MR, A, clock, and D in. So also we write here MR, clock, A, and D in. That is called your in bit. Then after it you can write output, that is ready and control and entity. So that part will be common in your three molding style, either structural, either data flow, or either behavioral. Clear? So after it you can declare the component one by one. Either you can declare the component first AND, then D flip flop, then NOR. So as per the figure of your N2, remember this thing very carefully. If you write, if you declare that particular component, suppose you can declare the component first as your AND gate. Clear in your component declaration part. So in your structural style modeling, the architecture part will be divided into your two parts. One is called your component declaration, and the other one is called your after keyword begin, that is called your component instantiation. So the component declaration value, yeah, you can see component declaration value by seeing the figure. As per your use AND gate, the AND gate is having two input and one output. So here the name is S2 and D. So that name is used in your component instantiation, but not in use in your component declaration. So the component declaration and component instantiation name will be differ. Clear? Why it is differ, that will be explained in my structural molding style in the later part of the video. So as per you have seen the figure, the AND gate having two input and one output, and the NOR gate also having two input and one output, and the D flip flop having two input and one output. So how you can declare that particular component with the help of your with the help of that component N2, it's in component name that is a differ from your figure name, that is xy as an input and z as an output. Only you can counter that particular declaration part. Only you can count that particular logic circuit, how many input bit and how many output bit you can write here. So that part will be differ from your original one. So here you declare three of component with number of inputs and number of output as per your figure, and the middle one part will be declared as a signal, that is S1 and S2. So also we can declare the signal here, that is signal S1 and S2 is bit type. Then after you can use the keyword begin, and with the help of your keyword begin, you can first the mapping of that particular logic circuit. So we can write the keyword, you can say the name of that particular gate. You can use the one D flip flop and one NOR gate and the one AND gate. So D flip flop with the label D1 and the NOR gate with N1 and the AND gate with A1 as per your figure. So firstly you can write the label of that particular logic, then you can fully the name of that particular logic circuit, D flip flop, AND gate and NOR gate. Then you can use the keyword port map. In port map, as per the figure, you can write first input bit and the last one is called your output bit. So as per the figure of your D flip flop, you can see here A and clock as an is your input and S1 and S2 is your output, or you can say sorry, not A and clock is your input and Q bar is your output. So here we use A and clock as an input and S1 and S2 as an output as per your figure, and same can be used for N2 and NO2. So that component instantiation part your original ports, but the component declaration part is show your duplicate name with your another name. So when the particular instruction will be executed, in that case you can assigning the value to your particular component with the help of your component instantiation. Suppose the first one will be executed, in which we can use the d flip-flop. So the d flip-flop came under execution and assigning the value with your a to your x, or you can say sorry, not d with your a, and clock with your clock, and s1 with your q, and s2 with your q bar. Clear? And again you can use the keyword same, s2 for your AND gate. Here we use the component declaration n2. So x assigning the value to your s2, and y assigning the value to your d in, and z assigning the value to your ready, and same is going on. So that part will be instantiated with the help of your component declaration. So that is overall about your structural molding style. So here we also show in more detail the keyword of your component declaration, and also show one and more two example of your component declaration. And another part is called your component instantiation with the label, component name, port map, as discussed in my previous program, and with association list. So association list came under with first import, and last one is called your output port. Clear? So that will be the major part of your structure molding style, either component declaration or either component instantiation. So the last one we can discuss here. If you use the component open word, it means whenever if a port in a component instantiation is not connected to any signal, then you can use the keyword open, can be used to signify the port is not connected. But that will be used in your standard molding style. But in general molding style, as per your syllabus, you can use not any keyword open. We also share one more example for parity generator. Same, you can write you can, as per the figure, you can say you can use the 8 as an in bit, and even and odd as an out bit. So आपकी 8 terminals input पे आ रहे हैं और 2 terminals आपके output पे आ रहे हैं. You can declare the D as an 8 terminals. So here we show bit vector from 8 down to 0, and even as an out bit and odd as an also out bit. You can say buffer bit. That is part of your entity declaration. And as per your program, you can use XOR gates and NOT gate. So you can declare the two component. One is called your XOR gate, and other one is called your invert gate. So XOR gate with 2 input and 1 output, and the invert gate with 1 input and 1 output. And the middle one should be declared as an signal: E0, E1, F0, H0, E2, E3, F1. These all are called signal here. After, you can draw the mapping with the label. The first label, that is you can use the label x0 with input d0, d1, and the output is e0. So here we same write the keyword x0, the component is XOR to port map first d0, d1 with e0, same as for your rest of this particular logic circuit. So it means that particular structural statement will be give me the information about each and every gate with number of input and number of output. Clear? So in I will overview my totally slide with the help of little bit introduction. The firstly, we can explain your conditional single assignment statement, selected single assignment statement, and one or more statement that is called your concurrent and sequential. I will also told about your what is the difference between your concurrent and sequential single assignment statement. And you can also clarify the part of your component instantiation and component declaration. If you are having any doubt, you can please ask me. Thank you for my video. लो भाई, ये तो हो गई.